Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I am bringing you the Manga Worldwide Tag. I was tagged by Lita over at Lita Kino, and this tag was created by Highland Manga and Prete Y Tier. So I will link all applicable channel links down in the description box below so you can check all three of them out. Let's get into it. So the first question is, where are you from? I am from the United States. Second question is, where do you buy manga in store and online? I buy manga a lot from Right Stuff, Barnes and Noble. I haven't actually bought too much manga from Amazon, though I did get a really good deal on the Ouran High School Host Club box set. So that, I think, has been my only purchase of physical manga from Amazon. And then as for used manga, I do buy a lot of my used manga from a store called Book Off. It is a Japanese used bookstore chain. They have a few locations here in the US, and I know they have some in Japan as well. And you can get mangas there for like $1 or $2. I think the most expensive manga I saw there was like $8 or $9, but those volumes were originally priced at like $13, $14, $15. At Book Off, they also have a selection of novels and raw mangas, as well as raw Japanese novels. So I really have a good time when I go to shop there, and I do spend quite a lot of time. Tangent on this, I did go to a location that I hadn't been to before of Book Off. Not really close to where I live. None of the Book Offs are, but I decided to check out this new, not new, but new to me location. And it wasn't as big as the one that I usually go to, but I did vlog a little bit of my trip there, so keep an eye out for that sometime in the next few weeks. Anyway, back to the tag. Used manga I also buy from thrift books. I've started buying from there recently, and Lita had mentioned Better World Books during her tag, and I just got my first order in yesterday from Better World Books, and I really think their service is great. They donate a book for every book you purchase from them. Their prices are comparable to thrift books. The shipping was free, and yeah, I really recommend their service if you are able to purchase from them. So I think that's all of the places I buy manga from. Anyway, moving on. Does your country publish manga? Yes, I'm sure you all know that my country does publish manga. I'm very lucky to live in a place that has so many publishers and have the ability to have a lot of titles available close to me. So the next question is, what was your childhood school experience with manga? I didn't actually get into manga until I was an adult. My daughter got really into anime when she was about 5 or 6 years old, and she had been introduced to it by one of her dance instructors, and we started watching anime. Though anime wasn't foreign to me at the time, I just never really watched it. I didn't really watch a lot of cartoons at all while I was growing up. I was just too busy with extracurricular activities. But she got interested in it because she was recommended a title by her dance instructor. That title was Inuyasha. We started watching it so that she could talk about the series with him. And yeah, we found out that there was a manga series. We started collecting that. It was very interesting, the timing on that, because we went to a used book sale at the local library, and they had like 17 volumes from volume 1 available at the used book sale for a quarter a piece. So we went ahead and picked that up. I haven't read it yet, though, to be honest. I actually started reading manga with The Gentleman's Alliance Cross. That was the first series that I read. Though the first series that I had started buying, like new, I think was Vampire Knight. I haven't read it yet, though. I have a thing about not reading or not liking to read series as they're releasing, because I don't like to wait. I'm like an impatient person. And I find that if there's too long of a wait in between volume releases, and I do this with books too, if there's too long a wait in between, I feel like I've got to reread some. And sometimes I just don't want to put in the effort. So instead of getting to that point, I just wait until I have it all. And I just finished collecting Vampire Knight, I think, last year. So it is on my list to read very, very soon. But yeah, I don't really have any childhood or school experiences with it, nor did I watch any anime while I was growing up. I did watch some Japanese dramas while I was growing up. There was a channel on TV that showed Japanese dramas, and that's what I'd watch. But yeah, so next question. Do you have any friends who read manga? I do not have any real life friends that read manga. I have obviously all of you who I talk to online. I do run a manga book club at a local Barnes & Noble, and I have about 5 or 6 regular attendees. They are all teenagers, though, at the moment. We just started it a few months ago, so we're hoping to get some new members soon. This last meeting was really great. We had several more adults come, which was nice. So I'm hoping to make more friends in real life that read manga, but as of right now, no, I do not have any in real life friends who read manga. I do have in real life friends who read novels, nonfiction, and other types of books, but nobody that's interested in manga or even comics in general. So the next question is, what does your family think of manga? My family just thinks of it as another type of book. I've read pretty much all of my life. I've been an avid reader since I was young. My brother is not so much into reading. It's never really been something he's interested in, but he's been more of an avid anime watcher than I am. And like I said, my daughter got into it so young. It's just been kind of a normal thing in our household. And my mom works at a bookstore, so yeah, it's a pretty normal thing in my family. I think I'm really lucky that I don't have people that, look down on it in my family. I do have quite a small family, though. We're very close knit, and yeah, it's not been anything like different or strange or anything. It's just been like a normal thing that we do in our household. So yeah. The bonus question is, do you have any plans to learn Japanese or visit Japan? I do not have plans to learn Japanese. I do pick up quite a bit as we watch anime. My daughter has been very interested in learning the language. Unfortunately, while I was growing up, Japanese was a foreign language that I could have taken as my elective. However, I ended up not taking it because, like you know, or may not know, I did grow up in Hawaii. There are a lot of jobs that will allow you to use the language because Japanese tourism is very important to our islands, and we get a lot of Japanese speaking visitors. But my goal was always to go off the island for college, and so I thought taking Spanish was the better option, and so I didn't actually take Japanese. All of my friends took Japanese though, but I didn't. When my daughter got to high school, she missed the opportunity to take Japanese at the high school she enrolled at because the Japanese instructor retired the year before she started high school. But she's always been interested in learning it and has finally taken some courses in college. And so she is learning Japanese and teaches me a little bit here and there, but I'm not actively studying or learning Japanese at all. I think that's pretty much it. Like I'm just happy picking up little things here and there. I know Japanese is a pretty difficult language to learn. If I could just learn how to like read it but not speak it, I think I'd be happy, because I don't intend on conversing with people in Japanese. But yeah, as far as that goes, that's it. Do we have any plans to visit Japan? I personally do not. I am an anxious flyer. I do not like to fly, so Japan has never been on my bucket list. Even from Hawaii, it is a pretty long flight. Several of my friends have done it several times. I have a friend that goes almost every year. But I've just been happy looking at Japan in documentaries or through manga. I've never really had an interest to go there. That being said, my daughter has a great interest in going, and she does have plans to visit. She is, like I said, learning the language, so she'll be able to converse and, you know, make hotel reservations and all that kind of thing. And I told her that if she'd like me to go with her, she would have to make all of the reservations and plan her trip and all of that. So it's definitely in the cards for her. As far as if I go or not, that's a different story. But anyway, that is the end of the tag. If you are interested in doing this tag, please go ahead and consider yourself tagged. I'm not going to tag anybody specifically, but yeah, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you're all doing great, and until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.